Adrian Wojnarowski, famed newsbreaker, insists he played no role in ESPN firing NBA staff ahead of 2017 arrival. For years, my public position on Adrian Wojnarowski, who arrived at ESPN, and all of a sudden I was fired from ESPN along with the other people that he had issues with. My position is that I did not
Coincidence.
know. My position was I did not know. I did not know if it was his decision to fire me. I also did not care in the end. Whatever happened to my career was what happened, but I did not know. I almost
This is
sounded,
true.
I almost sounded like Hyman Roth, but about my own career when he was saying about Mo Green getting killed that it had
Yeah.
nothing to do with me. That's kind of how I felt about it, even though it had everything to do with me. That look. I didn't ask questions. It was business. But I want to talk about this because I don't know. It gets to something right here. You could accuse us of being self indulgent, but I find it fascinating. Woj was the lead newsbreaker at ESPN. Woj shaped a lot of ESPN's coverage. It became more about breaking news and, frankly, more about kissing the asses of agents and GMs. That's just what the strategy was. He left to go to his alma mater, St. Bonnie's, to run their program. I
Totally his
thought we were
decision.
probably, I thought his decision officially. Unlike what happened here. I thought we were going to get some honesty. I thought that I was finally going to get a revelation. He went on with Andrew Marchand, sports media guy, and I gotta say, I think I've joined your team on this one. I think Woj might have gotten me fired.
I told Ethan this literally the day he got fired.
Yeah,
The
everybody did.
day you got fired.
Yeah,
I told you this.
yeah.
And I connected dots, and I don't know if we're going to reveal those dots that I connected for you on that day and for Henry and for everyone else. But
Hmm.
because to put it in perspective, Ethan, you all were laid off in, I want to say April,
May.
in May.
Yeah,
But Adrian had not been announced at that point. And even after he'd been announced, it was July 1, although they did the technicality of June 30th at midnight East Coast time or whatever to get him on earlier. But I knew all of these things. And I was pointing out, connecting the dots for Ethan, for Henry, for other people who got laid off. And everyone said I was crazy. No, what are you talking about? No, that's not that. And then literally everything that I said, and watch, this is going to happen, and watch them bring in this person. It all came true. It all came true. But the only thing you need to know as it pertains to Ethan Strauss is when they laid off people, they said this was an official statement that it was kind of, obviously we had to do these cut downs and cut salary, and they try to get places of redundancy. And at the time, most because there was Ed Werder had been laid off, right? So that was it. Well,
mm,
we laid off Ed Werder. We laid off all these other big name older people. All of those people followed the same formula, which was old or older, I should say,
yeah.
more about the legacy media versus the new kind of
Yeah.
digital
There was an
direction.
era, no offense to them, an era of
And
old Geller. It was
and
yeah.
well, let me see. Third thing, high salary.
Yeah.
That's a big part of this high salary, right? So there's some names is like, yeah, man, it sucks, whatever. But then you get to Ethan Strauss, you say, he's one of the cheapest people we have. He's covering the most popular team in American sports. And not only is he covering it, he is the longest tenured person covering them other than Marcus Thompson and Tim Kawakami in the market, right? Everyone else had started that beat before. You had started that beat long enough where you
Yeah.
saw the AC
I was
Law
a
days,
kid.
right? But you were there, right? So, okay, so number one, you can't say he's old. He's one of the younger guys. Number two, he makes pennies compared to many of these other cuts. Number three, he's covering our most popular topic right now, and he's tenured in that. He's in deep with the front office, in deep with the coaching staff, in deep with the players. Hell, Draymond Green announced He was donating the largest donation in athlete donation in the history of collegiate athletics. He did it with me and Ethan.
Mm.
He didn't do it on Sports Center. He didn't do it with some bigger name person. He did it with us because of Ethan, not because of me, right? And then the final, feather in the cap. You say, "Oh, we're moving towards this digital age." Well, Ethan not only was on a very successful podcast and did a lot of digital video stuff, but also at that point in time, and I believe this is still the case, had written the most read article in the history of ESPN.com. More than Deflategate, more than Tiger Woods is cheating on his wife, more than any of that shit. Ethan's shit was number one. So, like, any reason they gave for cutbacks did not apply at all to Ethan Strauss. You know what Ethan Strauss did have in his background though? A not so
Nice.
nice piece that he wrote prior to being at ESPN
Yeah.
about Adrian Wojnarowski.
Yeah, that I'm 100% sure he read because he angrily DM'd me about it at the time. And look, no bitterness here. It's the game. This is like when you're on a team and they bring in a new coach. New coach's got some issues with you. You're going to get axed. But I always found it interesting. And it's a bigger story that I don't want to make it just about me because the whole group of people got cleared out. This is part
Sure.
of a story, a broader story of ESPN and media, that it went from written articles to video to breaking news. And now it's like a Potemkin village. And I don't even know what it is. And we'll get into more of that as we progress with this conversation.